So today I'm going to show you how to open up a bank account with your Acorns investing app. Now we're going to go ahead and log into the app here in real time so you can actually follow along as we go through this process. Now we're going to load up here on our Acorns homepage. Now we're currently on an iOS device. Your Android device might look a little bit different, so just something to keep in mind. So there is going to be a section right over here that says checking. You can see it says currently to set up, which means we don't currently have it active. We're going to go through the process of showing you what that looks like. You can also toggle over here on the banking section as well, but we're just going to go ahead and do our setup on the front page. Now, also too, if for whatever reason you don't actually already have your Acorns account open and are curious about the checking while also opening up your Acorns account, the link will be in the show notes down below for you. That gives you a nice $20 sign up bonus for using our link, and actually does help us out on creating more free content just like this one here on the channel. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and tap on our setup, and now it's going to actually pop up this little window right over here that says you're going to be able to earn 3% APY. Now that's actually with the checking account as of this recording. Obviously the APY will go up and down, and there's ways you can actually jump that up even higher. I think right now it's about 5% for the emergency fund on the higher tiers. Again, we'll kind of break that down here a little bit more. So on the bottom right hand side, you're going to see where it says claim yours. It's in green here for us. We're going to tap there. And it's going to bring up this little piece of information here for us as well too. So if you want, you can definitely go through and read this as well too. So this is the Mighty Oak Visa debit card. So you can see right over here, we get that 3% APY on our checking as of this recording. And then if we have the higher tier, we get the 5% APY on anything in our emergency fund, which is a great way to earn some money while your money is sitting in an emergency fund. You can actually get your cost subscription of Acorns waived for those higher tiers if you actually have at least $250 or more being deposited into your Acorns checking account, which is fantastic if you're wanting to have like an all-in-one account from your checking all the way to your investing. And then of course, just like your regular Acorns, if you already have it, you actually do get your spare change roundup, but this actually matches your first 7, which is honestly really, really cool. You can also see here automatically save and invest a piece of each paycheck, so you can have things diverge from your actual paycheck going into your actual checking account, as well as some of it going automatically into your investing. So hey, the sooner you get your money into your investment account, the better. You can also personalize your account as well too. So if everything looks good here, you can click on get started and we'll show you the next step. We currently have the personal tier, which is the $3. And you can see it is going to require us to upgrade to the personal plus tier, which is at minimum $5 a month. So if you don't already have this higher tier, this is going to show up for you. If you already have the $5 tier or the $9 tier, it will just kind of jump us to that next page. Now, keeping in mind, like I mentioned earlier, if you actually go ahead and have a direct deposit of at least $250 or more every month, this money will actually go ahead, or this charge will go ahead and get waived for you. For example, here today, we are going to just go ahead and upgrade and pay the $5 because we're not going to do a direct deposit for our example here. But I do want to show you what that whole backend is going to look like for you. Now, the first thing it's going to do is, of course, pop up right over here our address. It's going to make sure that everything is still proper and up to date for us. Of course, they're going to be sending us our free debit card. So we want to make sure that this information is correct. This is based off of your Acorns account. So when you signed up or when you sign up, it'll pull in that same information. If anything looks wrong, we're going to go ahead and hit the edit button right over here to be able to do that. Obviously, our information is blurred out here for us. So for us, everything is looking correct. So we're going to go ahead and hit confirm address here at the very bottom. Now, for our account here, we actually have 2 addresses on file. We have a shipping address and a residential address. So we just want to make sure the correct one is toggled on for us, and then we're going to hit the next button at the very bottom. Now here it's going to actually ask for our occupation. This is required because we are opening up a checking account. So we're going to go ahead and tap over here, and we're going to hit the option that works best for us, which is going to be self-employed for our example. And then it's going to pop up a new option here for occupation type, and we're going to go through and choose ours, which I don't know if content creator is going to be on here because it almost never is, but usually there is going to be just something close enough to it, which we're going to find ours, and then we're going to hit our next button right after that. All right, so next up, after we found a occupation that was as close as possible to content creator, it comes up here for us to sign. Now, our phone is obviously vertical, so I could turn it horizontal and then do a quick signature, and then from here, it's going to have us click the next button. So I'm going to try my best to do this on the side here. Whoa, that is not even close. I won't keep it, though, because that'll be fun. So you guys can actually see this in real time. For me to sign my name, which is terrible. And then we're going to click on next right over here. And then this is, oh, it's actually going to sign it. I'm going to go back. All right. So now that you know that that's actually going to show up on your debit card, I'm going to turn my phone sideways so I can actually do this a little bit better. So I'm going to move my mouse. And you're going to see this in real time. Okay, so after probably more attempts than I would like to admit, I now went to the next page after having that signature, and it shows up here, and it's kind of cool because it does the animation in real time after I hit next. So it looked really cool to have it kind of show up here. That's going to be probably the best I could do at this moment because, again, I tried way too many times. And so from here, it's going to have us confirm all of these things over here by reading all the terms and services. And once we do that, it's going to have us hit the next button down here. Now it's going to show us that it's verifying our information, making sure everything is matching up. And then it says, let's fund your Mighty Oak Visa debit card. And we have our bank account on file from our Acorns account when we were setting up originally. So we can go ahead and click on make a deposit. And it shows all the different options to be able to go ahead and do this. Now, we could also make a one-time deposit, or we can have it reoccurring. The nice thing is with reoccurring, this will actually go ahead and get us situated with having money popping into our account on a regular basis. But we're, for example, just going to go to our one-time deposit. Let's go ahead and do $20 for our example here today. And we're going to click on deposit. Here it's going to pop up a little window confirming that that's what we want to do. We'll go ahead and tap on confirm. And then right over here, we get this special message from Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and we're going to click on explore checking. All right, and now our account is officially up, and what we want to do is just quickly go over some information here. We can see our current balance. It's currently at 0, but we are going to have $20 available for us. We see that APY, and of course there's a couple other things like doing direct deposit, setting up your roundup feature, as well as getting a debit card if you have kids that you want to go ahead and utilize that with, if you have the proper tiers. And then the nice thing is if you want to do the emergency fund, because we're just originally opening up the account, if you just tap over to the banking icon right over here, it's going to take you to the new section over here where you're going to see the ability to open up your emergency fund. And then again, in doing so, this is going to actually earn you up that higher APY. As of this recording, it's 5%. Of course, keep in mind, it can go up and down. You can go ahead and set goals. We can have it for $1,000, and then we can hit on open account right over here at the bottom. And then that's going to have us set up this way. Now, of course, we can do direct deposit on there. We can also do a one-time, or we can even just skip for our example here today. And we're going to go ahead and skip that for us. And now we have our emergency fund also up and running for us. It gives us a couple pieces of information. We could do transfers, add money. We could obviously, of course, withdraw from here. And then we could even do payments or paycheck splits, which is direct deposits, having a little bit going into this fund directly. Keeping in mind, we're actually earning a 2% higher APY on this versus just keeping it in the checking, but 3% on your checking is actually much higher than pretty much anywhere else when it comes to earning money in your account that's just sitting in your checking. So now we're back here on the main account. You can see our emergency fund is there. We can also see that our card is being ordered. So that is going to be a nice card that's going to be coming in for us to be able to start utilizing. And if we wanted to keep depositing money in here or doing our direct deposits, we can go into our settings and get that taken care of. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to go ahead and have a link for you in the show notes down below. If you don't already have your Acorns account up and running, that link will get you a nice $20 bonus, as well as help support out the channel to continue to make more free content just like this. Now, speaking of free content, we actually have a complete guide to utilizing the investing portion of Acorns. So I'm going to toss that right up here on screen so you can actually learn and grow when it comes to using your financial apps.